If you guys are bored and you need some new games, then I highly recommend g28.com. The link is in the description below. Alright guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Forza Motorsport 6 for quite an interesting and unusual face-off. Now, the 2015 BMW X6M came in the recent Hot Wheels pack, and I was wondering why? I mean, it's a good car, right? I do like the X6M, but it's not really one of them cars that everyone was kinda screaming out for. So what we're going to be doing today is trying to find out if this car is any good or not. But we've got an interesting little challenge for it. I'm going to be putting up against the Hot Wheels Boneshaker Hot Rod. Now, in terms of PI, these two are actually quite similar, and in terms of horsepower, they're completely different. The BMW has run about 567 horsepower, and the Hot Rod only has 402. But here's the thing, the Hot Rod weighs a hell of a lot less than the X6M. So it's going to be an interesting little challenge when we actually do like a timed lap and stuff. But anyway, let's get to the first test, and it is going to be the sound. So onto the looks of the two cars. Now, the BMW is your pretty basic M car. It's got aggressive bumpers, the traditional quad exhaust at the back. It's got a little bit of a rear spoiler, but not by much. But for a kind of like coupe SUV looking thing, I have to say it looks okay. I do prefer the older generation X6M in terms of looks. I don't know what it is about this one. It kind of makes it look a little bit weird. But as you can see here, we turn the lights on. It looks very, very nice with these LED lights or whatever types of lights they are. I believe BMW are actually looking into, or they might even have some cars with laser lights now. I think Audi have that as well. Then we have the big V8 engine, pumping out 567 horsepower, 553 pounds-feet of torque, which looks nice. I always love the look of BMW engines. And then on the interior, it's more your traditional BMW / German interior. Top quality, very, very nice looking and very expensive feeling. I've always loved the interiors of BMWs, and it doesn't change for this car. But however, in every single tangible way, the Boneshaker shakes off the BMW, pardon the pun, but it definitely does. It is an absolute stunning looking car. It's really crazy. I just love everything about it. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome about this car. It's so good. I didn't even mean to break into song there, but watch this when you turn the lights on. So cool. We get a big skull for a bumper / grill. We've got the hands and everything going over the lights, as you can see. We've got the big side pipe sticking out, and I do believe I'll be able to take off the engine cover in a little second. Here we go right now. It's such a cool looking engine. Heavily reminds me of some of the engines that you can actually get in Benny's Motorworks in GTA 5, but stepping into the interior, it is mental in here. We got a skull and crossbones for a steering wheel. We got a big spinal cord with a skull on the top of it for a gear shifter. And then for a handbrake, which I think that is, we get like a skull. And we kind of have like metal deck chairs for actual seats. That wouldn't be the comfiest, but they are stylish as hell. Now this is where I'm worried about these two cars. The BMW, for it being quite tall and it might want to roll over, and for the Boneshaker, because just look at the thing, God knows how that'll handle. But anyway, we're here at the Sebring International Raceway, and we have got the BMW first, so let's get going. Does it spit fire? No, it doesn't, surprisingly. Okay, let's get going. We do have four-wheel drive in this, so the launch is pretty good for a big SUV. And in-game, it actually says that it goes 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. That is madness for a big thing like this. It's insane, but I can feel like the front wheel understeering a little bit. The front right wheel. Let's see, down to third gear. Second maybe a bit for this. Oh my god, it locked up a wee bit there. The noise is actually pretty good when you're on the move, because when I revved it up back in Forza Vista mode, it just kind of sounds like any other, like, big M5 car, big M car, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I know essentially that's the engine that is in this thing, it's from the M5, because it sounds basically the exact same. Third down to second a wee bit. I've got to say, it doesn't roll about as much as I was expecting, which is quite a good sign for a big thing. Because normally when you're getting these big things like the Range Rover SVR and stuff like that, they do tend to flop about like a cow. Okay. It does take a little bit of convincing to get around the bends though. It's the thing, you need to be really, really slow with this. It's good though. It's not the fastest thing in the world, as to be expected, but it's pretty brisk for something like this. I keep on coming back to that saying something like this, or for a big thing like this. I mean, it is genuinely impressive for this. Oh, we could have toppled over there. I mean, apart from the understeering, as you can probably hear and see right there, this is generally good. This is generally good. Go, 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 go. What can we get in terms of like a top speed down the straightaway here? Not too sure. I'm going to predict from about 130 before we need to start hammering on the brakes. And maybe more actually. 139, okay, I kind of left that a bit too late. Okay, it's actually got decent brakes. Pretty good, not that bad. Right, second lap time. In the interior view, we're up really high, which is kind of unusual for me. Oh, alright Alex, okay, that's our challenge. Let's see if we can beat Alex from Fairways. Highly doubt it, because he is a magnificent circuit racer. Holy moly, this is going to be a tough challenge. Highly doubt I'm going to beat him though. I think did he not do a build on this or something? I think he did, didn't he? Like a silly car build or some shit. I mean, he's brave for doing so. He's very brave. Jeez Louise, like a V12 swapped X6M. God damn, you're brave, man. I mean, I don't know what car he drove around here, but hopefully we can beat him. Brake, 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 brake. Okay. Go, 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 go. Understeer's doing my head in, man. Seriously. It really is. I mean, the old X5M, that was perfect for the corners, perfectly level and everything. One of my favourite cars in Forza Motorsport 4, that thing. And it was a big SUV. So much fun. And the noise of it, oh ho ho. So raunchy, so good. Much wow. Sunlight hurts my eyes. Cue the mode step. Break. I mean, I don't know if this thing would be suited for drifting. Okay. Little bit of power slide coming out of there. I don't think we're going to beat him. Oh, hey. On the curb a little bit there. This is fun though, I've got to admit, it's actually a fun car to drive, which I never expected. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get over them bumps a wee bit there. Kind of sent me flying. Don't want to do that. Oh, kind of clinging on for dear life here. Right, power. Understeering for days, bro. Understeer for days. Holy moly. Go on, beat Alex, beat Alex, beat Alex, beat Alex. Fuck, I knew I wasn't. I knew I wasn't going to get it. Bloody hell, but we'll see if this thing can actually get sideways. Oh shit. That's a clutch kick and a half. No, I don't think it's wanting to actually do it because it wants to pull you right back in line. Might need to change down to second just to get a little bit more momentum and do the focus RS actual technique. Just keep on turning in. Oh god, oh god. Oh, that could have worked! That could have worked! That's awesome, man! It's a tank and a half, but you can get it sideways. Keep turning in, keep turning in, keep turning in, keep turning in. Oh god, we're going off the road! No! Jeez Louise! Oh man. I mean, this is a surprise for me. Apart from all the understeer and that, it is generally not that bad for a big thing like this. Yet again, I'll come back to that conclusion. But, God help me, let's see what the Boneshaker is going to be like. And here it is right here. How mad does this thing look, man? It's insane. Jeez Louise, I mean, thank you Turn 10 for actually bringing these crazy cars in. I mean, I've been holding this one off for a big face-off, so it's my first time driving it, but anyway, Alex is our rival yet again, so we'll see if we can beat him this time. That noise! Right, go, 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 go! Burn out for days! Holy moly, oh my god. Bit jiggly and a bit bouncy on the actual get-go there, holy crap, did you see the suspension? Bloody hell. Oh god, whoa, hey, I was expecting that. I was expecting that. The arse wants to come out immediately. Brake, head down into the third corner, I think it is. Oh god. Jeez Louise, but I think, see when you update these hot rods, oh, the tyre width that you can get on it is monumental. I think it's over 400 millimeters. Crazy. In terms of acceleration purposes, they seem quite similar. This seemed a bit faster, even though it's got less horsepower. It's got 402 horsepower and then about 398 pounds-feet of torque. Same 0 to 60 time as the BM, 4 seconds. And a top speed of 152 miles an hour, whereas the Beamer can go 180. But the Beamer is 5,185 pounds. This thing is 2,205 pounds. So, oh, I don't know. I do not know, man. Okay. Woo! It's actually a lot easier to control than I expected. I thought it'd be all over the joint, but it's good and it's got some decent grip in there as well. Maybe change it in a second to keep going. So it feels like 1 minute the tyres have grip and then it's like, nope, we're on an ice rink. We're going to get sideways. So the Beamer got around about 130 odds or something down this straight. Let's see what the Boneshaker can get. Oh, noise. Bliss. Absolute bliss. I think we creamed the Beamer. It was 140, wasn't it? Right, so we got around about the same as the BMW. These brakes? Holy shit, they're better than the BMWs. My god, man. Stop you on a freaking dime, okay. Okay, girl, calm yourself. Calm down, girl. Calm down. I mean, AC/DC or Black Sabbath is a must when you're driving this car. Holy crap, look at the size of that thing! I don't know if that's the gear shifter, but there isn't paddles, yet the guy is actually changing gears like there is paddles there. Ugh. It kind of reminds me of the car from Brutal Legend, you know, that Jack Black game. That's the best thing I can compare it to. Hope someone actually decides to make one of these in real life, because it is a fictional car at the moment. It's in the Hot Wheels universe. But if they are going to bring in more fictional cars like this, and just like cars that are in TV shows or like toy cars and shit, bring in the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I know it isn't fictional, I know it's a real life car, but please bring it in. That'd be so cool, man. I mean, that and God, what else? The Ghostbusters Cadillac, that'd be pretty funny. Not the new one, Not the new one, but the old one. What else, man? I don't really know. I think I asked the question before, but what kind of movie cars or like toy cars would you want to see in the game, guys? It's given Turn 10 some ideas, because it looks like they have been listening to us from the past few packs. Saying we want new cars and stuff like that, and we want some wild cards. This is certainly one of them. Split time, 2 seconds. Okay! I was going to go over that bump there, but nope, she ain't having it. Holy shit! Sideways around that whole corner there, man. Oh my god. Now, I think when you max upgrade this, you can only get it to around about 600 horsepower, which is a little bit less than I was expecting from a car like this. But I think that would be perfectly fine considering the actual weight of it. Let's get sideways. Come on, come on, come on. Woo! This just puts you in a yee-haw mood. Oh, so good. So good, man. I mean, compared to the Beamer, it feels a lot more numb in the handling, if you know what I mean. The Beamer, you do have some feel and everything, but this, you kind of like, just turn it in and it just gets sideways. There's not really much precision with it. And as you can see, it flops around and everything. It is fun as fuck though. Excuse the language, it is fun as fuck. Come on, come on, come on. Sideways. Yeah! And it's so controllable after the slide. You don't get any sense that this thing wants to spin. Oh man, right, this is the biggest smile I've had in my face for a little while, but well worth the wait for this thing. Well worth the wait, but now we're going to move on to the time lapse at the Top Gear test track. So the winner for the handling test is the Boneshaker. As you see, that has now got 3 points and the BMW has got 0. And I think it's going to be roughly the exact same story with this test, because when I was driving the BMW, trying to set a good lap time around the Top Gear test track, it understeered like an absolute pig, even more than it done around Sebring. As you'll see coming out of the exit of Chicago right now, the wheels are just spinning and spinning and spinning and are just tearing up the tyres. I mean, it does put the power down on the straightaway, and when you're not going through the corners, it does have like decent acceleration, but going through them due to the weight, remember this is nearly over, it's actually over 5,000 pounds, so it's got a lot of weight to cope with and a lot of power to actually put down as well, 567 horsepower. So when you're trying to turn through the corners as well, it just can't, man. It's it's a tricky so-and-so, let's just say that. It's really, really tricky to drive, especially around the fall through there. I actually had to brake and let off the gas, and as you've seen right there, yep, the weight, it kind of sends it a little bit sideways. But these two, second to last corner, it was relatively okay. I kind of ran wide a little bit, nearly went on the grass, but round Gambon corner yet again, the wheel spin kicks up. It was just a pain in the ass. I had several laps to try and get a good lap time. But anyway, speaking of tyre smoke, wait till you see this thing in action. Holy moly, man. I mean, the BMW was understeery, right, but this thing was the complete opposite. Pretty damn oversteery, as you can see right here. The handling, should I say the steering, it's a bit more numb than the BMW, and if you just turn it one direction and just put the gas on, oh my god, you're going to get sideways. But that was probably the scariest moment right there of the track. I know it's only on Chicago, but I was running so wide I thought I was going to go off to the grass. Clipped a cone, sadly. Kind of damaged, well, maybe damaged the front of the car, but I was feathering the throttle so much with this thing, because look, it just wants to drift. It wants to drift. Any other day I'd be alright with that, but trying to set a fast lap time on a Top Gear test track, it's not that great. And yet again, I had to brake here with the hot rod. I know this is a terrible camera, but we've seen it going a little bit sideways. Managed to get a little bit more flat out in this thing around the actual corner there, past the tyres. But, oh, This corner was scary. Very, very scary. Oh my god, in this thing. And then, watch this. Running wide and the tyre smoke happens. Oh my god. It's absolutely mental. But not surprisingly, the Beamer was the slowest tier. But what is surprisingly is the margin of the win for the Hot Rod. The BMW done it in a time of 1 minute 27.220, and the Hot Rod done a 1 minute 26.968. So you're only really talking a few milliseconds in that. That is bonkers, man. I never expected it to be that close. I was pushing them and pushing them and pushing them. I thought I can get a faster time in the X6. I know a lot of you guys can, but in my hands, the Hot Rod is faster, but only just, which is very, very weird indeed. It's certainly not looking good for the Beamer, is it? It's not getting any points whatsoever, but hopefully with the final test, the top speed run, it can actually claim a point, because apparently in the game it can go 180 miles an hour, so let's see if we can reach that down the actual Le Mans straight right now. I presume we can, because it's not exactly a high top speed to reach, if you know what I mean. I can see the point if it was like 240 miles an hour or something like that, but we've managed that before in cars down here. But aerodynamics wise, will this thing be good? Considering the fact it's massive, not too sure, I highly doubt it. But the M Division have done what they can to make it as aerodynamic as possible, as you can see with the bumpers and the little curves and the sides and everything. So 160 we're at right now. Keep going, we're not even halfway there yet. It's so weird jumping from like the Ferrari FXXK and the P1 GTR and then doing these two for the next face off. Like top speed, it's completely different. So 172, 173, come on. It's like being patient. You need to be patient with these things. Holy moly, 176, 77, come on, even just get me there at 180 please. You're not going to let me go to 180? That's a bit disappointing, that. Right, so that didn't even manage to get to 180 there. Bit of a shame. Definitely. Let's see how good the brakes are here. And finally I decide to stop. Anyway, let's see if the Boneshaker can do any better. Let's warm the tyres up a little bit. Oh yeah, America right there. I say it every time, but it's crucial. It's crucial, it's a must. You must see it, especially in a hot rod with flames and a freaking skull as a grill. You need to. But anyway, let's get going. See how fast this thing can go. Theoretical top speed in the game is 152 miles an hour. So you never know, it might surprise us, just like the P1 GTR did. That done like 30 miles an hour more than we were actually expecting. So it's actually only got 3 gears. I never knew that. I thought I had more than 3. So we should be able to hit it. Come on, 150, 151, and 152. Can we get any more? Can we get any more while we're going down the straight? I highly doubt it. I don't think we are. It's just I actually managed that so quickly. Holy moly. 152 miles an hour. Don't think we're going to get any faster though. Oh, we are going downhill a wee bit now. We are going downhill. Downhill. Well, give me 153, then I'll be happy. Wind, please do something. I beg of you. Please do something for me. Well, okay. That's not... We're not going to get 153 miles an hour, so... Yeah. The BMW actually claims a point. Oh my god. It claims a point, but I'm sure a modified version, one of these, it'll just cream the BMW, but... Yeah, the Beamer's got a point. So on to the big conclusion, and there's not really much to conclude. It is a complete walkover in the favour of the Boneshaker. I'm going to talk about that in a little second, but first, let's get the BMW all wrapped up. Now, as I said at the start of the video, this wasn't really expected to come into the game. It's not really a car that you would blast around a track, but that's what Forza's all about. Bringing in cars that you wouldn't really expect to blast around a track. So I'm kind of glad that it came in, and at the same time I'm like, they could have chose a better BMW, maybe like the BMW M4 GTS rather than this thing. But it's still a good car, man. I do like it. It's fun for what it has. It has 567 horsepower in an SUV. You can't call that not fun. It's absolutely fantastic, this car. The only bad side, in my opinion, is really the looks. It looks kind of dull from like the side and everything. But the interior is pretty nice. And, oh my god, the understeer. Oh, that's probably the biggest drawback about this car is the understeer. Holy moly, but a good car nonetheless. But not as good as the Boneshaker, obviously. This thing is fantastic. Hats off to Turn 10 for actually making it as possible to drive in this game. And I really cannot wait to see what the future beholds in like future Forza games. If we're going to be getting more Hot Wheels cars, that would be really cool if we did actually, like some of the really cool muscle cars, supercars from Hot Wheels. Be brilliant. But this thing, it is, I can't put it into words how good it is. The handling and the steering's a wee bit numb, but at the same time it is better than the X6 with all that freaking understeer. I'm more of an oversteery guy, so that's kind of why I prefer it. But for lap times, obviously it's a wee bit harder to control. As you've seen, I had to go on and off the throttle. But when it comes down to it, which one do I want? It has to be the Boneshaker. I mean, who would reject this thing? Who would reject this? I don't think anyone would. It is phenomenal. That's all I can say about it. I just love the styling and just the uniqueness of it all. Brilliant machine. So there we go, guys. The Boneshaker is the winner for this face-off. Suggest some cars that you want to see go face-to-face, whether it be a face-off episode or an old versus new one. So thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in my next video. See you later.